Hey guys, so I'm recently getting into the 164 scale diecast car collecting hobby, I guess. I'm not gonna go too far into it, I don't think, but maybe get a few hundred cars. But anyways, today I got these two packages in the mail from Japan Booster, and they're Tomica limited vintage cars. Thought I'd do a little unboxing here just to see what my reactions are. And anyways, there's some great resources out there on YouTube. Lamley Group is a user that does a lot of these videos about this brand, and the other one is Hot Customs. There's others as well. I just can't recall off the top of my head. Again, I'm pretty new to this, so I'm trying to open these boxes. You notice I'm using this tiny little knife here. I got this off AliExpress. It's actually a Damascus knife. I don't know. I got another one. This is a titanium knife, but it's actually not good. The blade is made of titanium, but titanium doesn't actually make for a good knife. It doesn't keep its edge as well as carbon steel. So I'd recommend the Damascus. And I have a third one here, just to let you know. This shape knife is my favorite of the miniature, ridiculously small Damascus knives, or really just a small knife to cut open boxes, which, let's face it, that's all most of us do unless we're in the military or emergency services. It's kind of rare that you're going to be using a 6-inch blade to do something to help you on a daily basis. You know, I'm not in those industries, so well, maybe later on I'll do a different video on some knives. Anyways, okay, so what did we order here? We seem to have those in those boxes. Yeah, cut through this guy. Okay. So, this Japan Booster seems to use virgin cardboard boxes, unlike some sellers from China that literally ship stuff in a plastic bag. And then obviously we have some bubble wrap. So, and then Tomica Limited Vintage seems to have good packaging as well. So, these cars are probably all in great shape. I don't see any damage. Alright. Okay. Back here. Cut this guy up here. And then I seem to have bought one larger one. So, for feedback for any model car companies, or really any company that makes something that people collect, I recommend you have the smallest packaging possible, because, you know, when you collect something, you collect a lot of them, and collecting a bunch of packaging, you know, takes up space. So, I like what Tomitech is doing here. It's a pretty small box compared to the product inside of it. Except for this case, this is unnecessarily large. Look at this. So, let's face it, man. Packaging should be a dying existence. With everything being sold online and with videos, stores are going to vanish. There's just no reason to waste money on packaging. Anyways, that's my little rant there. Okay, so I guess I'll start with this big guy here. So these small knives are great, so you don't cut the product, you know, just cut through some tape. So this is the Prince 1500. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that packaging. This little box I'll keep, but the other big box is just a waste of money that your consumers have to pay for. Expensive packaging is passed on to the customer, guys. Always remember that. So, trying to upsell me on packaging is just more annoying. You know, why do I have to buy expensive packaging if I'm just gonna throw it out anyways? Alright, so let's take a look here. First impressions, pretty nice, obviously. You know, I'm gonna say pretty much the same stuff as everyone else on that does these reviews. The detail around the window molding. It's interesting, this thing actually has like gold and chrome wheels. There's some gold in there, and then white wall tires. The fine printing of the model and the brand back there. I get the impression this bumper is supposed to be, no, it's supposed to be chrome, but I'm picking up some yellow from maybe the table, my wooden table in front of me. So anyways, maybe it is some gold there. No, it is golden, because clearly the rear inset here is silver, and you get a hint of gold here. It's almost like it's a gold chrome type of thing. Anyways, pretty cool. What is not so cool is if this little paint, it looks like there's some paint rash going on here. And this is a new car, so that's not good. I would expect more from all the rave reviews online. I'm a very critical reviewer, guys. I'm not here to make money or get free stuff, so I'm just here to give honest feedback. Alright, well, not to say that other people don't give honest feedback. I guess I can just be a bit more abrasive in my honesty. Let's put it that way. I'm not sure if these, I think these are free. I don't know if they come with these plastic things at stores that I've seen. So a little trick, of course, to open these boxes. You can take a little ruler if you are really anal about keeping your boxes clean. So you use a ruler of some sort to open the flap up and not damage the cardboard. Alright, so interesting. That red one didn't have a bag around it, but this one, this 2000 GTR, has a bag around it. Alright, so very cool. Let me move this camera down at a different angle here for you guys. Black wheels, I'm not sure if I'm liking those so much, but I guess it's a good variation from other GTRs from this brand. Oh, there you go. You can definitely see the metallic flake going on in this paint. Very nice. The molded grooves there behind the front hood there. Some ventilation there. One thing I'm not really a fan of are these exhaust tips. I mean, they're just solid. You know, there's no indication that is a hollow exhaust hole. So that could be improved upon, I would think. But otherwise, definitely a cool model. Alright. Let's go with the next one here. LV95. So we got the little ruler trick here. Oh, guess it's not working so well here. I tore this cardboard even with the ruler. So this is a Nissan Cedric. No indication back there. This one was a Skyline 2000 GTR. Oh, the red one is a 1500 Deluxe. So again, nice plastic bag. So the Nissan Cedric Special 6. Let's see what I'm thinking here. I'm loving the taillights. I'm loving the rear end of this. You know, this is before my time, this vehicle. So I find these vintage cars very interesting because I'd never seen them in person, and the styling evolution of automobiles is quite an entertaining subject. So a lot of this, I don't know, this reminds me of a German car, the rear end of this. I don't know why. But the front is relatively unique, I guess. You got these little ridges going on there. Indentation going across the whole body. Yeah, it's nice. Nice red interior, of course. Alright, so I'm not going to dwell on these models too much. Alright, let's see what's next here. I'm going to switch to a metal ruler and see how that helps, if at all. Alright, so let's try a metal ruler. Alright, I guess you just gotta be careful if you want to maintain the box. So, plastic bag again, and this is the LV53, the Nissan Laurel. Okay. Alright, some printing there. Can't really make out what it says. Something, Laurel 1800, I guess. Probably I think that's 1800, but that'll be the CCs of the engine. Some sort of venting there. Nice wheels. And the grill's not the hottest. Kind of feel like they could have added a black paint wash to really highlight the depth of the grill itself. But, oh well. Pretty cool gray interior. What's interesting, I don't know if I didn't notice before, but the side window isn't there. It's just air. Whereas the rear window is physically a piece of plastic. So you get a much easier view of the interior with no side window there. I kind of like that. You know, it also gives it's just different. So if you have like a diorama or something, you know, some people, careless people, would leave their car with the windows open. I like these taillights. Very cool. Yeah, not liking the front so much on this model, but the back end is cool. Alright, so such is the Laurel. Not sure if stacking these are a good idea. We're gonna find out. Alright, so next, what do we have here? We got the Skyline 1800 Deluxe, another Skyline. I don't know what it is. You know, I grew up in America, and there were not Skylines up until the R35 officially. If you lived in California, you might see an R34 rolling around. And no, it wasn't, they weren't shooting Fast and the Furious, but like I've seen private people import them. So anyways, it's nice to see the history of the Skyline and the evolution of its body styling. So I'm a fan of the Skyline. Even though I've been in a Skyline, but I've never actually driven a Skyline. Anyways, this is cool. The body contours. I'm liking this green metallic paint there. Alright, so, and then a different type of front end than the previous Skylines. Maybe I'll pull them all up side by side later. Okay. Whoa, 14 minutes in already. I gotta stop rambling. But being stuck with this COVID virus, I really don't have much else to do. You know, just being stuck at home a lot of times. Alright, so this orange car is the Mitsubishi Galant 16 LGS. Some badge work there, tampo printing, interesting wheels. The rear end reminds me of like a Corolla or something like that. I like the depth of the translucent plastic. It's really cool. Front end, again, I don't know. I'm not liking the styling of the front end so much. And yes, again, no, this case, the front window is solid plastic, so it was interesting that last one had front windows open, but this one is closed, as to be expected. It would be nice if there was some sort of fake license plate number on there, you know, just to make it more realistic. It's just blank. Yeah, it's just weird. Or at least have like the corner badging, you know, saying what district maybe it was registered in. I don't know. I'm not sure how Japanese license plates work, but just a white plate seems a little bit boring and dull. Especially when green light and stuff, they're putting license plate numbers on their vehicles and they cost less money. Weird. So I think Tomica needs to do better packaging. If you want to avoid this kind of ripping here, Tomy, you need to cut more of this cardboard away, you know? Yeah, although you lose structural integrity, but your structural integrity is coming from this interior blister also. I think you could get away with cutting a little more of that cardboard away. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Toyopet Crown LV181, metallic goldish, metallic tan, yellow. The lighting, I would call it mustard, some sort of metallic mustardy color. Alright, white walls. The wheels have really good detail. I'm a fan. I do like the front end of this one. I can't explain why, you know. It just looks cool to me. Solid front windows, so solid windows all around. Big fan. I like the rear end as well. Again, you can see the depth of those lights. It's really nice. The gripe is the plate, just a blank plate. Tiny little indication of a exhaust tip there. Alright, it's one of the better ones of this batch. I'm liking it. Guess we got 3 more to go. Okay, this is a Subaru 1000 Super DX. Subaru. Pretty much all these cars never were imported into North America, so that's why I find this line interesting, because I never saw these cars as a kid. I like this. I don't know why, but this sharp drop off of the trunk is comical compared to the high hood line of the front. It's almost like the front proportionally looks fine to me, but the rear is just so short and stubby. It makes the car look comical, but in a good way. These taillights with the center hole there looks like something's looking back at you. There's a little badge there on the C pillar. Pretty cool. Again, this paint rash. It looks like there's some bubbling of the paint, and there's a lot of different theories, but I believe the theory that the fact that this is zinc, which is not a very stable metal, you know, it creates bubbles or something. It's porous, and maybe that's getting through the paint. So if that is the case, you know, they need to primer this metal better, or ideally go to all aluminum castings, which is what's happening in the die-cast airplane world. You know, if you're gonna sell a higher end product, you have to keep up with the times and technology. All right, LV45 is the Mitsubishi Galant, just a standard red one here. So what is nice about this packaging is you know what model is in the box. You know, you know on the front if you can read Japanese, but you know, it's a global market. A lot of people can't read Japanese, so it's good that they second it with some English back here. Okay. Alright, initial impressions. Again, this is cool. The wheels are so old school looking. They look like pasta extruders or something like that. The top of the side here kinks up there into the C-pillar. Pretty cool. I like the front end. It looks like reminds me of a Fiat, an old Fiat Panda or something like that. Not much detail going on the top. Again, there's some bubbling here. So, and then I really love this rear end. Big fan. Alright, very cool. The segmented taillights are really cool. Alright, so last one. This is the Honda 1377S. That's a mouthful right there. So I'll leave that out. We got a green. Nice green metallic. Design of these wheels, not really a fan. Look at the side profile. Again, it reminds me of a Fiat or some sort of an Italian economy car. I like how it says Honda. I like that at least this muffler tip has a hole in it. Hopefully you can see that. So there's some depth to the muffler tip. More realistic than the other one. And interesting, the vents here on this hood are actually blacked in, whereas on all the other ones, it's just a solid body color. So, I don't know if this is a recent release and they are getting better, you know, but this is nice, you know, seeing these little black inset laying of the paint there to really bring out the depth. Such a narrow car. This is a small vehicle, right? It's interesting. But yeah, supposedly these are all true 1/64 scale. You know, it's supposed to bring them into the studios and measure them. It's impressive. Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm liking this one quite a bit just because they have the black in the hood vent. And out of curiosity's sake, I want to put these Skylines here and just see what's different about them. 1500 Deluxe. And that original, this red one. Seems to have... Unfortunately, I don't have a big enough turntable. Looking at the front ends, this actually is not a Skyline, that's a Laurel. So I guess I have 3 Skylines going on here. So you can definitely see the differences, you know, different grills. They're all 4 doors. So the changes in the years of the rear taillights. Alright, cool. But yeah, again, all the vents here are behind the hood. they're just a solid color of the vehicle. There's no black bringing out the depth of it. So, anyways, well, my initial impressions are these are cool cars. I'll continue collecting them. I heard some other people on YouTube say that you want to go with metallic colors if you want to avoid this paint bubbling, you know, that's often found on solid colors. Maybe there's some stability in the mica flakes or whatever flakes are used in this paint. I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a professional automotive painter. But automotive paints, I don't know if these are even using automotive paints, but real automotive paints are quite stable. You know, they have UV stabilizers and all that stuff in them. So I suspect, again, it's the actual material itself that might be causing all that bubbling. Hard to say. Hard to say. Anyways, alright, it's been too long already, so that's it for my little shipment of TLV products. Alright, take care, guys.